are you cutting your hair in front of me?
Sorry.
Blooper.
Alam mo yung parang na may nakita ka lang gunting. No, I just, yung dulo lang.
Ito, bigla nag-decide, nagputol ako. Grabe ka. Ito pala yung nangyayari sa loob ng bahay nyo. That nobody
Oo,
knows.
actually.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Cafe Talks with Jan.
And Jules, where we talk about anything and everything under the sun.
Welcome to our third episode. Technically, this is our third episode.
Yes, that's right.
And we are on, I'm not sure, but it's 100 plus day on being on quarantine.
I'm
So,
not so sure either. By the time that this is published, depending on my capabilities, probably mga 200 na.
200 na. Sige, para mas malinaw yung pagbilang. We're on our third, going on to our fourth month in quarantine. And as
Yes.
of, tama ba? Going on
Mm-mm.
to our fourth month, no?
Mm-mm.
And one of the biggest thing na nag-save sa atin on being on quarantine is actually TV shows, specifically
Yes.
Netflix.
That's right. Actually, maboboard tayo kung wala yung mga TV shows. Most especially for those people who have good access to internet connection. By the way, everyone, just for your information, since this is our third episode, Jan is about to introduce a permanent segment. So, Jan, can you please give us a run-through kung paano po tong permanent segment na to?
Yes, I'm not yet sure how do we call this segment, but it's us listing our top five or
Mm-hmm.
depending on the topic or top 10 or top 5 things
Mm-hmm.
about certain topics. Try to come up with our favorites. So it can be from movies, it can be from TV show, it can be people, it can be things that we do,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But definitely we'll be listing down things that is close to our hearts. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can call it our top 10 list. Top 10 list by Jan and Jules. How do you like
Probably.
that?
Paano pag hindi umabot ng 10? Paano pag 9 lang?
Top na lang.
Top na lang. The
Top
list.
choices.
Yan, maganda
I
yan.
love
Okay.
it. I love it. Top choices. Yeah,
Okay.
top choices.
This is officially the birth of Top Choices here in Cafe Talks. So for today's episode, our host will be Jan. He's going to be giving us his topic. And for our dear listeners, aba, nag-assume may listeners na agad. You could also uh,
May listener tayo.
Yes. You could also leave your top choices in our comment section. So, Jan, what is our topic for this
Yes.
day?
Pauna na ako kanina with our opening spiel. Our topic for today would be our top choices for Netflix TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Prepared ka ba? So let's just limit things. These are TV shows, okay, not movie,
Mm-hmm.
TV shows that are produced in English. Okay, so we are leaving out muna yung mga Korean novela and we are
Mm-mm.
leaving out muna the reality show. So these are scripted. Para namang hindi scripted yung mga reality show, no? This is scripted with a storyline ng mga TV shows that are being shown and are available in Netflix now.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to put a disclaimer out there that I am not the best person to talk about such shows kasi you know that I only got into Netflix quite recently. I tend to be anal with things, so I repeat the same TV shows over and over again. So,
Okay, yes, Jules. So let's start with our number 5.
mm-hmm.
So I'll let you go first. So you just tell me uh what's of course the title of the show, what's the plot, and what makes you love it. So basically, that sort of thing.
Mm, the first one, I think, or my top five actually, is The Politician. Yeah, and this is with Ben Platt. I could give you probably three reasons why I love The Politicians, or The Politician rather. Wait lang. I have to retract that statement.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not love, but why I like The Politician. First thing, it has Ben Platt in it. Well, in our previous episode, that's episode one, I already mentioned that I like Ben Platt as an actor, and
Mm-mm.
not only an actor, but a singer. And The Politician actually mixes or combines rather his
Mm-mm.
talents. So, nandun yung umaarte siya, and at the same time, he could also show his singing prowess in the TV series. Well, you could say this is your typical high school drama na may kasamang musical.
Mm-mm.
At the
Mm-mm.
same time, it
Mm-mm.
also has its comedy factor. Hindi siya sobrang seryoso. Although from the title itself, The
Mm-mm.
Politician, you would think that things are very serious. But I mean, it's high school and it's about a high school campaign, kung sino magiging president and all. The twist there
Mm-mm.
is many people like a particular person. Like, let's just say that he's a jock. And many people were actually rooting for that
Mm-mm.
jock to be the president of the student council, but something happened to that person and he passed away. So many were looking at
Mm.
Ben Platt. I hope I'm not giving away the entire plot to our subscribers, but
The entire planet.
ayun. But some people were against Ben Platt's character in the TV series. So he
Mm.
hired, well, should I say hire? But he tapped someone with seemingly
Mm-mm.
parang pangit na situation or merong terminal
Mm-mm.
disease or illness to be his partner sa campaign. So it would evoke certain emotions dun sa mga tao. And from my
Mm-mm.
perspective, even though it's just for high school or ang setting is high school, it already shows you the manipulation
Mm-mm.
that is involved in politics. It also reflects what politics is beyond the four corners of the campus. So siguro yun yung reason kung bakit gusto ko yung The Politician. I don't want to give away everything yet because it's an ongoing series. Yes, what
Yeah,
about
I think
you?
there's already
Yes
may
po?
season 2 na yan, di ba?
Yes.
May season 2 na siya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you started season 2? Not yet.
Not yet. I only started or I only finished season one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I actually finished Politician as well. With season 1, I haven't started with season 2 yet. And
Mm.
it's really a promising show. I mean, maganda yung cliffhanger actually nung ano eh,
Mm-mm.
nung season 1. I'm looking forward to the season 2. Mine,
Mm-mm.
my number 5, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but my number 5 is Glow.
Glow. I haven't heard about that one.
Glow.
Oh, Glow. It's something that we
Um,
usually have,
the Glow, yeah. This is the gorgeous ang meaning talaga ni Glow is gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, it's actually interesting. The premise is, well, the setting of the show is in the 80s.
Uh-huh,
Tapos,
uh-huh,
syempre nung 80s, di ba, usong-uso yung mga wrestling.
uh-huh.
So, one producer decided to come up with an all-girls na wrestling, may tawag sila dun
Wrestlers.
eh. Parang yung production would mga wrestlers. And it's nice because lahat ng mga nag-audition is actually not wrestlers, kundi mga
Oh,
struggling actresses.
mm. So what's the premise? I mean, yes, we have that situation or scenario that they are not professional wrestlers and they're
Mm-mm.
struggling actress. But
Mm-mm.
why did they do that? I mean, ano yung nag-trigger sa kanila or nag-pull sa kanila? Just because they couldn't get a good spot sa Hollywood? Yun ba yun?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, this is like the usual. movie na we're in, lahat ng mga loser nagsama-sama
Mm.
to do a project and you root for the project to do good.
Uh,
Parang ano parang nag-start yung series wherein they have to produce the show, there has to be a director, they have to write the script even if it's wrestling,
mm,
and then hanggang nag-premiere yung
mm,
show nila.
mm,
So that's the season 1. And then season 2 is na-pick up yung show nila sa Las Vegas and they're doing the show.
mm,
It's nice because the characters are so lovable. The bidang babae, you would not recognize her because ganun din yung naramdaman ko. Feeling ko kilala ko siya, pero hindi ko siya, hindi, I cannot put my finger
uh,
kung saan ko siya nakita.
okay.
Um, she was one of the lead, if you're familiar with the movie How to Be Single.
I think I saw that movie. You recommended that movie to me 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. How to Be Single. One of the girls, the pretty girl is there. Kaya lang nung nandun siya sa TV show, since it's 80s,
Uh-huh.
hindi naman siya pangit. Pero iba yung itsura niya.
Okay.
Yun. Pero yun. Tapos, well, it's a super nice show because nga the characters are well written,
Mm-mm.
flawed. Again, the characters are flawed. So you will root for them. Eh, yun naman
Mm-mm.
ang gusto natin minsan, di ba? For them to succeed.
I'm looking at their photos right
Sige, sige,
now.
sige.
Yes. And one thing strikes me. Ikaw yung mag-evaluate because obviously you've lived in that era. Wow. But how? Sorry.
Ako yun.
Uh, nag-stick ba sila
As a
dun
kid,
sa
I lived
vibe?
in that era as a kid. They did. They really stuck with the vibe.
Mm-mm.
Actually, hair, costume, even the products.
Mm-mm.
For example, yung Coke, it looks different. They created an entire world wherein it's believable that it's 80s.
Mm,
Yun.
I see. I
Pati
see.
kotse, pati lahat, pati damit.
Mm-mm. I think this will be preempting our succeeding episodes, but I just want to put it out there that there are a number of channels
Mhm.
on YouTube na nag-examine ng mga ganitong palabas recently, wherein they try to check the elements or
Mm.
the details of a movie or a TV series, and they want to make
Oh,
sure na they
talaga?
are parang they stick to the era or the generation kasi may sasabihin na this
Hmm.
is in the 70s, but you would see their parang surroundings or even their wardrobe, pati yung pagsa-style, and
Mm.
they will say that that's not a characteristic of
Oo.
1970s or 1980s. So may ganyan na kasi with
Hmm.
information readily available, 'di ba? So madali nating makikita or
Mm,
madali tayong
mm.
makakapag-access whether these things are
True.
authentic or
Mm,
nag-adhere talaga sila dun sa concept or dun sa mga ideas
mm.
na
Oo.
nagdi-distinguish dun sa particular na generation na yun. So, that's one of the reasons I
Mm.
asked.
Another thing, there is a uh an an accompanying uh documentary si Glow. So it's actually
Mm,
based on a documentary wherein may mga babae talaga, may nangyari talaga yung Glow in the 80s. Yun.
I
They based off the
see.
character dun sa documentary na yun. That's why
Uh-uh.
it got me really interested.
I
Yun.
see. I see.
So you
So,
should
meron
check
pala
it out.
talaga.
Promise you will love it. Kasi it's girl power.
I hope so. I hope I could. But anyway, I still have a lot of homework. You gave me a ton of homework to do. Ayun. So I need to finish a number
With
of
us.
recommendations still. And after which, I promise you, these things or these shows that
Okay,
you
okay.
recommend to me, I think you know na pinapanood ko naman talaga siya unti-unti. And I take your suggestions quite seriously naman. It's just that I don't have enough excuse for this personality of mine. Okay. But anyway, thank you
Okay,
for
so we're
introducing
done with
Lo.
my top.
Yes.
Yes. What about yours? What's your top four na?
It's Black Mirror. This was
Mm-hmm.
actually introduced by a former colleague. Very intriguing kasi it's not the kind of TV series that you would watch from the first episode to the next and then the next and so on and so forth. Parang you don't really have to follow a certain timeline for you to get into this particular
Mm-mm.
series or show. You can watch one episode, parang separate siya from the next episode. So that's how it is. One thing that struck me was the idea that also has an accompanying movie. And dun sa movie na yun, parang you have, as an
Mm-mm.
audience, have the power what's going to happen to the character next. So for example, merong situation or ganitong scenario, the
Mm-mm.
show will allow you to choose between options. And then kung ano yung option na yun yung magdedictate kung anong mangyayari dun sa character. So I like these TV shows that would show power of people to choose what they want to do. Para kasing it's a reflection of what's happening in real life. Ayun. So that's why it's my
Mm-mm.
top four. Napaka-seryoso ng mga pinipili ko, no? Anyway, what about you? Have you seen The
Oo
Black
nga.
Mirror?
I haven't seen even an episode, but I've heard of it. I've had exes, friends, boyfriends that have been suggesting me to watch it, but I haven't had the time kasi pareho tayo. You know, it's hard for me to start something new.
Mm-hmm.
Yun. So it takes a lot of energy from me to start a show and to love a show. But once I get the hang of the show, yun, I would love it till the very end.
Mm-hmm. Of
Pero yun nga,
course.
I haven't started it yet. Pero I've been hearing good reviews nga.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully you'll be able to find the time to watch it, just like or how I will find the time to watch those shows that you're recommending to me.
Parang
Uh,
baliktad nga tayo ng taste eh. My number four. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but this show has been ongoing for since I was in high school, I guess. But it's been uploaded on Netflix, so
mm-mm,
it's a Netflix show, and Netflix produced a season parang years after mag-end siya sa TV, they produced a season. So, kumbaga, technically, it's a Netflix produced show.
mm-mm.
So, it's actually Gilmore Girls, if you're familiar with Gilmore
I
Girls.
think you mentioned something about it years ago when we were working for a particular school that will not be named in this episode.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, nung time na yun kasi napapanood ko lang siya sa TV, so I have not seen it in its full entirety.
Uh-huh.
Yung talagang pinanood mo from episode 1 ng season 1 until the very end. But since, of course, with the comfort of Netflix, I was able to watch it from season 1 hanggang season 7. There are 7 seasons, my dear. Yung Netflix produced na years after, kumbaga.
Mm-mm,
It's basically a story of a mother and a daughter. So
mm-mm,
si Lorelai, the mother, she's from a rich family. Kaya lang nagbuntis siya ng maaga. So kailangan niyang
okay.
umalis, naglayas. Hindi naman siya naglayas. She went her way and
Mm-hmm.
decided to raise the daughter,
By
si
yourself?
what's the name of the daughter? By herself, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So basically, nag-start yon when the daughter is already about to go to middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yun. Pero
Mm-mm.
it's a very dragging show.
Mm-mm.
Di ba may mga ano na? It's a very dragging show. So if you're a fan of action-filled, uh, maraming plots and twists of the show, this is not the show
Mm-mm.
for you.
I
But this
see.
show, it's like you are part of a neighborhood.
Uh-uh. Yes, it reminds me of the Desperate Housewives. Tama?
Um, si Desperate Housewives kasi medyo, ano eh, medyo over the top with regards to the twists and turns, like may
Uh-huh.
murder, may
Uh-huh.
something.
Uh-uh.
This one, it's just, it, it's your everyday life. It's like
Ah.
everyday life.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, it's not set in a big city, it's set in a small town. So and the characters are the people from that town.
Mm.
Yun. Pero yun, the two characters, the two main characters, the mother and the daughter, are super daldal.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So, you, I know you will love it because you are someone who lives off dialogues of people. So, I don't know how to explain it ng maayos. Pero, konting tao lang ang makaka-appreciate because it's very wordy, it's very
Uh-huh.
dialogue-filled, mahaba ang dialogue nila. And then the twists and turns, hindi naman ganun ka-exciting. Basically,
Mm-mm.
it's like a soap
Mm-mm.
opera, pero it's just the life of the two ladies.
Mm.
Yun. It's nice. It's
Mm-mm.
super nice.
Once again, I'm not committing anything. I do not
Yeah, I'm
promise
not
anything.
suggesting naman,
I
but
see. I
it's
see.
super nice. I guess you'll be able to relate to one or two of the characters there. Yun.
Mm-hmm. But you mentioned something a while ago that it tended to be dragging. Did you skip
It tends to
any
be
episode?
dragging. I think no.
Mm,
Hindi ako nag-skip ng episode because it's something, kasi nga, it's like you're sucked na drawn ka dun sa world nila. Na
mm-mm,
even if
mm-mm,
there's nothing exciting happening, you want
mm-mm,
to know what's happening dun sa town nila.
mm,
Yun.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Basta it's super nice. It's super nice.
Okay,
If you
okay,
want a stress-free TV show, it's one of the best thing that I could suggest.
okay. Got it. Unlike the mga choices ko, no? Sa'yo, ano, they're light and stress-free and you recommend these TV shows with the idea that you don't want the audience to feel stressed while watching.
Wait till the other choice. Wait till I go to my top three.
Okay. Got it. And the third spot is owned by
Mm-hmm.
Suits. Yes, I love Suits actually. It's one of the TV series na talagang nag-capture ng attention ko. Not only because I love Harvey Specter, the protagonist of the show, but it makes me
Mm-mm.
feel like
Mm-mm.
how should I say this? This raises the bar for me in terms of dialogue, just like what you mentioned a while ago. I have
Mm-mm.
something with
Mm-mm.
characters or with TV shows or series with great dialogues. This is my problem. I can't remember names. You know that. I like the
Mm-mm.
main character, that's Harvey. And one of the
Mm-mm.
reasons that I mentioned that it elevated the whole concept of dialogues to me is iba yung professional setting. I mean, I do
Mm-mm.
not work for a law firm, but you would expect
Mm-mm.
that in any environment or that in any professional environment that you would be in, this is the kind of conversation that you would have. It encapsulated my ideal work setting. Yun siguro yung reason kung bakit
Mm-mm.
gusto ko yung Suits. Not because I understand law.
Mm-mm.
Far from it. I do not understand law.
Mm-mm.
I cannot even pretend that I understand it one bit. That's why I cannot say anything about what's happening in our country right now. But ayun, it just elevated the concept of dialogues and the ideal workplace for me. The exchange of dialogues, the exchange of words, how they
Mm-mm.
would manipulate each other, how they could be aggressive or assertive without being too harsh against another person. So,
Mm-mm.
wow, not being too harsh, ang bait ko. One more thing why I like this particular TV show is yung characterization of the women in the story. Kasi
Mm-mm.
dun sa first na prinavide ko kanina, The Politician, and Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yes, Black Mirror. Um, it's more of the situation that you would see and the way that they were presented. The story was presented to the audience. Pero kasi when it comes to
Mm-mm.
characterization, maganda yung pagkaka-characterize dun sa suits.
Mm-mm.
You will find a number of powerful women in the law firm.
Mm-mm.
Ayun, gustong-gusto ko lang talaga yung idea na gano'n. And it made me feel one time that I should go
Mm-mm.
to the office with high heels and lasers and talk like Jessica Pearson, yung isa sa lead characters dun sa story or sa TV series. Somehow, ayun, ideal workplace siya or ideal dialogue din siya, ideal women din siya for me. Have you seen it?
No, not yet. Not yet. I always see it's actually a good thing that most of the one that we are suggesting we haven't really seen. I mean,
Uh,
the one that you're suggesting I haven't seen. The one that I'm suggesting you haven't seen. So
uh-uh.
it's really an eye-opening that there are a lot of good shows that we actually have not seen yet.
Yes,
I haven't
that
seen
is
yet,
right.
although yun nga, nakikita ko siya, it's available on, yeah. I think I'll try to catch it.
Mm. Ayun din, and I completely agree with you
Same
kasi
promise.
uh, same promise. Ayun, I completely agree with you on that because otherwise this wouldn't be a conversation of top options any longer. Kasi if we would just be exchanging the same TV shows or
Yes.
sharing the same TV shows over and over again, I think it renders
Mm-mm.
the idea of lists moot. Kaya, okay then we are sharing different TV shows. Okay, your turn. What's your
Yes,
or what's
yes.
your TV series that occupied your third spot?
I actually did not include one because most of our shows are American produced. At
Mm-mm.
yung isa, tinanggal ko na because it's Spanish produced. If you're familiar with Money Heist or La Casas de Papel,
Yes, I am familiar with that.
so I remove na lang. So we'll do it when we do a list of internationally produced
Oh my
series.
god, I should remove my second spot or
But
my
my third is
for the second spot. Kasi British naman siya.
why? Is a British ba?
Oo.
I think it's okay.
Okay, okay.
Kasi ito, you, it's not in English. I mean, it's subtitled or kumbaga dubbed.
Okay,
Yan,
okay.
it's still in English, di ba?
Okay, okay.
So kumbaga we're listing down the English.
Mm-mm.
Yun. My third is actually a bit stressful na. Ayan, napupunta na tayo sa stressful. It's Good Girls.
Okay. I think I've heard about Good Girls
I'm not sure.
before. Sorry. I saw The Good Place, not Good Girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one, Good Girls.
Okay.
There are two seasons out already on Netflix, and season three is coming this July, which is I'm super, super, super excited.
Uh-huh.
The premise is there are ladies again, so pasensya na kung laging mga babae ang bida ng mga TV shows ko.
I noticed that. I noticed that. In my case, they're all men.
Oo nga. I mean, I don't know. I gravitate towards TV show with female leads. Yun.
Mm-mm.
So, Good Girls. Um, it's a story about three women who are really kailangan nila ng pera.
Mm-mm.
Okay, they're all in need of money. These are housewives. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so I think this is the better comparison to Desperate Housewives.
Okay.
Kumbaga mas malapit yung theme niya.
Mm-mm.
So they on season one they plotted to what do you call this? Hold up in to hold up a
Ooh.
supermarket. Yun.
Women. Oh, sorry. I
These are
sound like
women.
I'm prejudiced. My biases are coming
Actually,
out.
these are just not women. These are mothers, mind you.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So may mga anak sila.
Mm-mm.
Yun. But I mean, their situation really is in dire need of money. So, kumbaga, that explains their predicament. Yun.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, and then one thing led to another. I mean, eventually they get caught up in this gang na nagpapalit ng peking pera.
Mm.
So the premise is these are
Mm-mm.
suburban mothers that are connected with crime lords.
Mm-mm.
Yun. So basically it's comedy
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
dark, what do you call it? Dark comedy. It's a dark comedy. So basically there are murders, there are dead people,
Uh-uh.
there are violent situations that's gonna play out in the series. Pero it's
Mm-mm.
super fun to watch. Super fun to watch talaga. It's fun to watch. And uh it's an easy watch because parang usually ang Netflix produce nasa eight episodes lang siya per
Mm-mm.
season. 8 to 10 episodes per season. So it's an easy watch.
Mm-mm.
Yun.
I think no, I will just reserve my comment for the next episode. That is when we talk about Korean dramas because that's related to how short
Okay.
their episodes are. I think
Mm-mm.
na-preempt ko na rin yung sasabihin ko. But I have
Pero
one
have
question. Yes, yes, please go
yeah,
ahead.
regarding not numbers of episode, have you seen the number of episodes for TV shows from the Philippines?
I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, like 69, 95 episodes per season. Nakakaloka.
Yes, and the sad thing is they have the same recipe. Ayun. But anyway,
True.
clap. Ayan. Uh, I have one question about the good girls.
Yes,
Kasi
yes.
they're predominantly women dun sa TV show, right?
Mm-mm,
And it's about a gang of women trying to do these crazy stuff
mm-mm,
together. So kahit pa ano
mm-mm,
siya, it involves a lot of action and at the same time comedy. My question
mm-mm,
is, where are the men?
mm-mm.
I mean, when they were trying to come up with such plans, nasa na yung mga guys sa buhay nila? Or
Lalaki.
will that give away the plot?
Well, not really. The dalawa kasi dun sa tatlo sila eh. So the two characters are sisters.
Mm-mm.
The younger sister is wala siyang partner na anakan lang siya.
Mm-mm.
So kumbaga there's no guy in the
Mm-mm.
picture. Um the older sister before the shitstorm happened,
Mm-mm.
uh he's about to divorce his husband kasi nahuli niyang nag-cheat.
Mm.
So, yun.
Mm.
And then the other girl, friend ni older sister, sa black girl, ang asawa niya ay police.
Mm.
So she just so I mean, nahihila lang siya eh. I mean, nahihila lang siya ng dalawang sister. So parang, oh my God, every night na uuwi siya, um, naluloka siya kasi yung asawa niya police and they're investigating the crimes that sila ay involved. You know, it's wacky. Tapos hindi siya katulad they're not like Charlie's Angel na super fierce
Uh-huh.
or what. These are clumsy women.
Oh my. Oh my.
Not really clumsy, pero alam mo yung parang hindi siya sinulat na yung mga babaeng ito ay expert about crimes. So they
Uh-huh.
are written na baguhan talaga sila. Yun. And it's super fun talaga.
Okay. Uh, Yun nga. But that is what makes the TV series interesting. Kasi baguhan sila sa crime and yet they are able to do such stuff without
Mm.
getting caught. So it says something.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Doon nandun yung ano, yung comedic irony. 'Di ba?
Correct, correct. Yes. At
Ayun.
magaling yung mga actress. I mean, they are
Mm.
really good in portraying their characters. That's it. That's my third. Ano ba?
Third, yes, tama, tama. Yun. Yung, my interest was piqued when you mentioned that the black woman in the TV series, her partner was a police officer. So, yung sa idea na yun, medyo na-piqued yung interest ko. And
Yeah.
I was wondering what would happen kung nahuli siya, na part siya ng gang na to. Ayan. So, it's something that I want to know. Really, medyo
Yeah.
na ano ako doon, na-curious ako doon. Okay, we're now
You should
going to
watch.
thank you. Ayan.
Top mo na
Uh,
ba?
yes, yes. Ayan. Oh my God. Speaking of crime and crime busting, my second choice is about Sherlock. Ayan, si Sherlock Holmes.
Oo nga, no, puro lalaki yung sa'yo.
Yes. And by the way, it's not because I'm not a feminist. No, I just want to put it out there. Another disclaimer. I'm not into patriarchal society, nor
Mm-mm.
am I a hardcore feminist. I accept things the way they are. And taray, nagde-defend ako ng answer ko, no? But I will just cut this part.
Philosophy off.
But my second pick is Sherlock. And one reason was
Mm-mm.
I love the Sherlock Holmes books. When I was in high school, I really loved yung mga
Mm-mm.
abridged classics. Kasi 'di ba meron tayong unabridged,
Mm-mm.
meron din tayong abridged classics. And when I was in
Mm-mm.
high school, our library was not that big actually. Medyo maliit lang yung library dun sa high
Mm-mm.
school ko. And I
Mm-mm.
got my hands on copies of abridged classics and included doon yung Sherlock. And when
Mm-mm.
I was in
Mm-mm.
college, since literature was part of my major subjects, ayun na, nagbabasa na ako ng
Mm-mm.
mga classics and nandun nga yung Sherlock. And sobrang interested
Yeah.
talaga ako dun sa Sherlock Holmes na books. When I met my friend, she introduced
Mm-mm.
the TV series Sherlock to me. And the thing is, just like what's happening with you, whenever people recommend things to me, I really come up with certain excuses. Like I have a lot of TV shows in mind, TV series I have to
Yeah.
watch. Medyo tumagal yata ng 2 years before I actually watched the first episode of Sherlock. And that's because nagpakita lang siya sa akin ng mga best lines sa Sherlock. As in, best lines
Hmm.
lang sa YouTube.
Parang kailangan niya talaga i-convince, no?
She said she plotted that idea na hindi niya ako kino-convince, but she will just let the TV show convince me. Gano'n siya.
Wow.
So, gano'n nga yung nangyari. Pinanood niya sa'kin
Mm.
yung mga episodes or witty lines from Sherlock. And I thought, "Oh,
Mm.
I like the character. I like the characterization. I like the actor. That's Benedict Cumberbatch, for Christ's sake. There. I like the TV series. But even before mapunta siya sa Netflix, talagang sinundan ko na yung series na 'to. And the thing is, what's good about it,
Mm.
if The Good Girls only has about what
Mm.
did you say, 6 to 7 episodes
Yeah, 6 to 7 episodes. 10 at the most, yeah.
per season? Ito naman 3 to 4 episodes
Mm.
lang per season.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and one episode would just run for an hour or so. Parang you just saw 3 movies or half a movie and then you finished one episode
Mm.
or one season. So, ayun, ganun siya kabilis. Fast-paced siya. It retained the thrilling parts of the novels. And ayun nga, maganda yung
Mm.
characterization. And once again, maganda yung pagkakakuha dun sa mga actors. It's just that, syempre, na-highlight talaga yung pagiging Sherlock ni Sherlock. Another thing that I liked about Sherlock is you would also love the antagonists. Hindi lang si Sherlock. I think that is one good recipe in creating movies or in creating any literary work. That is when you can make the audience or target audience love not only your main character but also your antagonist.
Yes. That's correct.
That's why I like Sherlock and I placed it my number two.
Number two.
Yes.
Good. So this is different. Well, kasi ako, when you say Sherlock Holmes, ang laging pumapasok sa utak ko na nagpi-play pa rin sa kanya is si RDJ. So it's not
Mm,
the RDJ version.
not the RDJ version. I think that's the movie, but I also saw that one. And maganda rin yung
Yeah.
I think maganda yung partnership ni Jude Law and ni Robert Downey Jr. Kaya
Mm-mm.
lang kasi
Yeah.
this is hasty generalization and probably I would earn the wrath of many American actors or those who support American actors out there. But it's a lot easier for the Brits to copy an American accent or a neutral accent
Mm-mm.
versus other
Yeah.
not only
Them.
Americans but other speakers of English na kokopyahin yung British accent. For me, medyo mas mahirap yun. So I
Yeah. It's
think
harder.
yun lang yung part na siguro for me was eto technicalities na to when it comes to language. So, dapat siguro hindi ko na siya masyadong
Mm-mm.
tinitingnan. But it's part of the movie. For me, I still feel more comfortable watching TV shows about a British character that was led by or portrayed by a Brit.
Mm-mm.
There,
Okay.
that's my number two. What about you? What's
Number two. Number
that
two.
occupies your second spot?
It's a tie. May tie.
Ooh,
Well, not really a tie.
okay.
Not really a tie, but kasi gusto mo may top six kasi talaga. Because yeah, I love them both. The two shows that occupies the second spot is Revenge. If you're familiar with
I
the
saw
TV
that.
show Revenge.
I only saw a couple of
Yeah.
episodes. Mm. Kasi pinapanood yan ng
Mm.
mama ko before.
Well, yeah, it's nice. Maganda yung plot. Over the top at times. Okay?
Mm.
Because, may mga action part. Pero it's a very good, entertaining TV show.
Hmm.
Yun. So, actually, ginaya nga ng Philippines with that green flower or something. Basta it's Maha Salvador playing someone who's actually avenging on something as well. But it's a very good show.
Mm.
Pero matagal ko na kasing napanood. That's why tie siya with You. I think you're also familiar with You.
Yes. Quite familiar kasi
You. Yeah.
yes.
Suggested that.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's nice.
Uh.
The first season, favorite ko pa rin naman yung first season because of the way it is written. I mean, they
Mm.
are very particular with the dialogues, the narration, and I think you was very perfect with how it was translated from the book
Mm.
to the TV show. Plus the fact na mamahalin mo yung actually siya kontrabida eh.
Uh.
He's actually the bida. Pero he's not supposed to be loved. Di ba? Kasi nga because of his
Ah, yes. Kasi yung characterization sa kanya parang bida kontra bida.
something like that. Yeah. They romanticize his
Why are you cutting your
being
hair in front of
super
me?
psychotic about love.
Blooper.
Yun nga, it's one of the best show
Alam mo
that
yung
I've
parang
seen on
ano,
Netflix
na may
Mm.
nakita ka ng
because
good
how
thing.
of how perfectly it is written, how perfectly it is casted.
Yung
Mm.
dulo
Um,
lang.
Eternal crush ko na si Penn
Ikaw bigla
Badgley
nag-decide
from
ng putol.
PCA, Gossip
Ah.
Girl. Crush ko na siya. So,
Grabe ka.
that's a
Ito
plus
pala yung
point
nangyayari sa
for
loob
me.
ng bahay
But it
niyo
was really good. Plus
that
the
nobody
fact na
knows.
si Penn Badgley is
Oh my
portraying
God.
someone who loves books.
Anyway.
Parang lalo
Mm.
akong na-in-love doon sa character. Yun.
first ko, it's The Big Bang Theory.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
The Big Bang Theory! Yes, hindi siya talagang TV series. It's a situational comedy. Medyo kakaiba siya from the rest kasi ito talaga medyo long-running show na siya. It has
Mm-mm.
12 seasons and each season
Mm.
would have about 20 to 22 episodes that would run for 20 minutes to 30 minutes. I have already
Mhm.
seen the entire show for at least 4 times.
Oh
Ganun ko
my
siya
God. So it's
kagusto.
really that good. Okay.
Nowadays, when I take a bath, I still bring my phone with me. And then I just play Big
Mhm.
Bang Theory. Ayun lang, nagra-run lang siya sa background. Or when I'm cleaning the room, ayun, nagra-run lang talaga siya sa background. I will just listen to it. And like what I
Mm-mm.
mentioned, it's not really a TV series per se. It's a situational comedy. But I still like it. And it's not even from
Mm-mm.
Netflix originally. Hindi siya talaga produced on Netflix. It was just re-uploaded, the situational comedy. It started with a bang and it ended with a bang as well. One more reason why I liked it is yun nga, you could treat each episode separately from the rest of the series. So each episode would have a
Okay.
different theme. However, kapag pinagsama-sama mo siya sa isang buong show, nandun pa rin yung timeline niya. So they remained true to the concept or to the idea of the
Mm-mm.
characters, the theme of the story.
Mm-mm.
It's difficult to
Mm-mm.
sustain a TV show or a TV program about science that you would make it available for the general public because not everybody is in love with science. Not
Mm-mm.
everybody loves math. Not everybody loves astronomy or engineering. But they made us think that we could understand these big concepts dun sa conversation nila. So that's why I like the TV series. So,
Yeah. With Big Bang Theory, my ex and my current beau is already suggesting me to watch it because they love it. So,
mm,
tapos ikaw pa. So, more likely, baka nga, I'll watch it na.
it really is
I
good.
think I'll watch
Mm-mm.
it. Na-stuck kasi ako, feeling ko na-stuck ako with the comedy of Will and Grace, wherein it's super gay. So that's why
Mm-mm.
when How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory came in, parang hindi ako masyado makarelate kasi nasanay ako
Mm-mm.
sa sitcom wherein there's a gay character. Eh, wala
Mm,
masyadong gay character with How I Met and Big Bang Theory. But
mm,
people are
mm,
suggesting that they are really, really good. Yeah. So
mm.
maybe I'll try and watch it. So, it's good, it's good. It's a good top choice. My number one naman, I am not sure if you're familiar, it's Pose.
Pose.
It's
Mm.
available on it's available on Netflix. Dalawang
Mm.
season na siya. And
Ah.
it's all about the ball culture of New York way back 70s, 80s. So, kumbaga,
Ooh.
ano na naman siya, period series na naman siya.
Ah.
Yun. I know you've been watching Drag Race. There
Yes.
are,
Mm.
kumbaga, dun hinugot ni RuPaul yung concept of having certain category
Hmm.
every time magkakaroon sila ng runway. Yun.
Mm.
I suggest ako for me, para mahook ka, you watch the first 20 minutes of the first episode of the first season because
Hmm.
that entirely explain the what the ballroom culture is. Yun.
Mm.
You're familiar with flip-topan? Yung flip-top culture.
Yes. Yes.
Yan, wherein they gather, may mga nag-flip-top, may mga nag-rap,
Uh-huh.
parang ganon.
Uh-uh.
It's parang ganong culture, but this time around, it's for the Black, Latin, gay people in New
Mm.
York Times. And then they would go there and they would have category and they will run the category. For example, the category is royalty.
Mm.
They would come in costume na royalty sila. Yun.
Hmm.
And someone would win
Mm.
something. The story revolves around that culture. Pero may mga characters na you would really love.
It's a good thing that you
So,
asked me to, or you encouraged me to watch RuPaul's Drag Race first before introducing posts. Kasi at least
mm,
before watching this, I already have an idea, perhaps not really an in-depth
mm.
understanding, but an idea of what drag is.
Actually, yon parang doon sa ball culture nag-start yung culture of drag. Yon.
Mm-mm.
So, since it's my top one, if ever
Mm-mm.
you'll watch something, I guess this would be the top pick
Uh-huh.
for me because maganda yung blend niya ng drama and it's historically kumbaga, totoo siya yung nangyari.
Mm-mm.
Yun.
Very consistent yung selection mo for today's topic kasi you started with Glow na it's anchored dun sa something that happened in real life. Ang
Mm-mm.
topmost mo, it's also anchored to something that happened in 1980s. At para sila 1980s
Yeah, oo nga no.
nag-start. Oo.
Oo. At may documentary din
Yes.
na kumbaga pinagkuhaan si Post which is Paris is Burning which is
Mhm.
also available on Netflix. Talaga nag-promote tayo.
So you're very
Ganun ba
consistent.
ta? I am consistent.
Do we
That's
have runners
good.
up for this particular topic?
I think I can pick at least three runner-ups. Can you?
Mm. I only have one.
Sige. What's your,
Uh,
runner-up?
I didn't remember this a while ago, but I can certainly remember now. It's The Witcher with Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Yes. However, if I would place this particular TV series among the ones I already mentioned earlier, hindi pa kasi ako nakakarating dun sa part na I would watch it over and over again. Unlike the top five
I
that I
get that.
already mentioned earlier. For example, with Black Mirror, I keep repeating one certain episode. With a
Mm-mm.
politician, there's a particular episode that I like. And with
Mm-mm.
Suit, I could also repeat one episode over and over again.
Mm-mm.
But with The Witcher, there are some
Mm.
parts of The Witcher that would inhibit me from watching it over and over. So it's sad that it didn't make the top five, but at least it's another recommendation.
I already saw Witcher because sinuggest ni I like it. Yeah,
Uh huh.
it's good. Pero yun nga, parang it's not something that you would watch again.
Mm-mm.
So it's good. It's good. My runner-up is actually American Horror Stories. It's not a
Oh.
TV series per se because every season it should change ng story, but it's a
Mm-mm.
very good show. And there are seasons that are I particularly like because it's really well written and the characters are really good. One of the top season for me is it's entitled Coven. This one naman is about witches.
Uh-huh.
Yun. It's super nice because iba yung atake nila with the way they projected witches. Yun.
Mm, mm.
They have a school of witch and you would not recognize it if you would just, compare it to Hogwarts. Parang walang comparison, which is good.
Mm.
Yun. It's nice.
I
Yun. Yun ang
see.
runner-up ko, I guess.
I'm quite surprised that you did not
Mm.
include Riverdale in your list.
Um, napagod ako sa Riverdale.
Uh-huh.
I like season 1.
Uh-huh.
Season 2, did I finish season 2? I think I did finish season 2, but pagdating nung season 3, I watched like one or two episode, then nag-let go na ako.
Mm.
Yun. I'm at the point in my life wherein kapag hindi ko bet yung isang show, nagle-let go ako agad. Kasi minsan tinatapos ko pa din eh.
Oo.
Yun.
Somehow to give
Nilet go ko na si
justice.
Riverdale. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yun.
Is that the same reason for 13 Reasons Why?
Um, si 13 Reasons Why, I like it, but it's not, hindi siya malapit sa puso ko.
Mm-mm. I see.
How do I explain it? It's well written, it's nicely acted,
Mm-mm.
pero hindi kasi siya malapit because yung
Mm-mm.
theme nga niya is not something you would really love. Yun, parang, parang it's a show to watch,
Aha.
pero it's not a show that magkikling ka. Mm-mm.
That's why meron silang mga disclaimers every time na magpapalabas sila ng ganong TV series. Kasi nga, with the generation nowadays, we have to be very careful with what we
Mm-mm.
show sa media natin.
Mm-mm.
Kasi
True.
these topics could be very sensitive with an audience that are also quite sensitive. So, kailangan nating screen kung ano yung media or ano yung TV shows na ipapalabas natin dito sa media na to.
True.
There. So that
Yes.
concludes our topic for today. Yung mga top shows na pinipili mo. First one, like what you mentioned earlier, they're well written. Second thing, they make you feel parang lighthearted with things. Ayun, these shows, you don't really need to think so hard about loving them. It's just that you keep watching them
Mm-mm.
kasi somehow you could relate to them. And they have really good characters, which these are also the things that I look for sa isang TV series. So I think we could
Mm-mm.
agree on those three things.
Ako naman with you, one of the things that I gather is that you want smart TV shows. From Suits to Big Bang Theory. I mean, these are shows that are entertaining but are very smart shows. Not everyone would really enjoy them. Yeah, someone who's smart and witty would
Wow.
actually be would be the one who will be suggesting those shows. So, galing.
Thank you so much, but I'm not downplaying how smart I am. Wow. Let's just say that I lean towards smart characters, smart people.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
Which
Aba, this is Mutual Admiration Club.
yes, of course.
Hopefully, the subscribers also enjoyed our topic for today. Once again, you can list your top choices in our comment section, showing us your top picks for Netflix TV shows. And maybe we could also watch those TV shows, right, Jan?
Yes, and if ever they also have topics in mind that they want us to discuss, and make a list of, they can also comment on the comment section down below.
Thank you so much. This has been
Jen,
and Jules for Cafe Talks episode 3. Bye
bye. Thank
bye!
you.